The clock struck 6 and I, Eleanor Whitmore, woke to the familiar ache. My maid laced the corset tighter today, whalebone digging into my flesh like angry fingers. Beauty demands sacrifice, miss, she whispered. In 1888 London, a Victorian woman's body was never truly her own. One wrong breath and the world would judge me loose or lazy. I gasped, steadying myself against the iron bedpost, wondering how long I could survive this daily ritual before my lungs gave out. Downstairs, the dining room smelled of toast and propriety. My husband, Mr. Thomas Whitmore, read his newspaper without a glance. I poured his tea exactly as he liked, 2 sugars, no milk, and spoke only when spoken to. Victorian wives were expected to be ornaments, not opinions. The fog is thick today, I ventured, he grunted. No discussion of the factory strikes or women's suffrage petitions, I secretly read. My role was harmony, not conversation. One wrong word could shatter the fragile peace of our middle-class home. Dressing for the day took nearly an hour. Layers upon layers. Chemise, drawers, crinoline cage, heavy wool skirt, and a fitted bodice that screamed respectability. The streets of London were muddy and unforgiving, yet a lady never complained. I pinned my hair into a tight chignon, hiding any rebellious curl. Outside, horse-drawn carriages clattered past, carrying men to their important jobs while women like me managed the invisible labor that kept society running. My ankles, never shown, my thoughts, rarely voiced. By 9 o'clock, the real work began. I oversaw the servants polish silver until my hands ached, and planned meals that pleased my husband's refined tastes. No modern appliances, just elbow grease and prayer. Victorian women were the heart of the home, but the heart was supposed to beat quietly. I mended shirts, dusted porcelain figurines, and taught the children their Bible verses. One mistake in the household accounts and whispers of incompetence would spread faster than cholera in the East End. Afternoon calls were social warfare. I visited Mrs. Harrington, smiling through gossip about fast women who rode bicycles or, God forbid, worked. A proper lady knows her place, she said, eyes sharp as needles. I nodded, hiding my envy. In 1888, stepping outside societal lines meant ruin. No university for me, no vote, no career. Education for girls like my daughter stopped at embroidery and French. My mind hungered for more, but hunger was unladylike. 3 children already, and another on the way. The doctor's warnings echoed, rest, but not too much. Victorian medicine offered little comfort, laudanum for the pain, prayers for survival. I remembered my last confinement, sweat-soaked sheets, the terror of losing the baby like so many women did. Yet society celebrated motherhood while ignoring the toll. I touched my swelling belly, praying this child would be healthy and that I would live to raise them in this world of gas lamps and strict rules. While I managed my comfortable but confining home, I knew the truth of poorer sisters. My maid's cousin worked in a match factory, dipping sticks in phosphorus until her jaw rotted from phossy jaw. Victorian women from the lower classes toiled 12-hour days for pennies. I slipped her extra coins when I could, my small rebellion. The newspapers ignored them unless a scandal broke. We were all caged, just with different bars. Dinner was served promptly at 7. Candlelight flickered on crystal, but conversation stayed surface level. After perhaps a piano recital or reading from a moral novel, no sensation fiction for respectable wives. Thomas might smoke in his study while I embroidered by the fire. Leisure existed, but only within limits. No unchaperoned walks, no loud laughter. The threat of scandal loomed like the yellow London fog, ready to swallow a woman's reputation forever. Late at night, when the house slept, I allowed myself moments of truth. Under my pillow lay a forbidden pamphlet on women's rights. I dreamed of typing machines, of universities, of voices that mattered. But 1888 was not kind to dreamers. Jack the Ripper stalked Whitechapel, reminding every woman how vulnerable we were, blamed even for walking alone after dark. Fear and frustration burned quietly. We smiled in public and screamed in silence. As the clock struck midnight, I loosened my corset strings just a fraction and stared at my reflection. Victorian womanhood in 1888 was lace, duty, and quiet endurance. We held families together while the world changed around us, factories rising, empires expanding, yet our rights stayed frozen. I blew out the lamp, holding on to hope that my daughter might breathe freer air one day. For now I was Eleanor Whitmore, wife, mother, survivor, beautifully, painfully trapped in the golden cage of Victorian England.